Hello students, today we are going to study center of gravity in our chapter system of particles and rotational motion. So today's topic is center of gravity. Let us understand first what is center of gravity. I think sometimes you have tried to balance a book or an object at your fingertips and you felt that there is a point on a book at which when you place that book at your fingertip the book is balanced. Similarly, you can do the same experiment with a cardboard. Take a piece of a cardboard. If you try to balance that cardboard at different points on it, placing that cardboard at that point on your fingertips, the cardboard is not balanced at each point on it, but it is balanced at your finger at one point on it. That is, the position of the point is near the center of the dimension of the cardboard. It is not essential that the point at which some body is balanced is exactly at the center. It depends how the mass distribution of that body is. So we are concentrating or focusing at the center of gravity here. So in both of the experiments, when we are using the cardboard to balance it at a point or when we are using a book to balance it on our fingertip, we have seen that there is a point on that book, on that cardboard, where we can make that cardboard or book balanced. That point is the center of gravity of that book or the cardboard. Why it is so? Why that point is the center of gravity? Let us discuss this thing in detail. The cardboard has some mass and gravitational acceleration is acting on the different mass particles of the cardboard. The total weight of the cardboard is say mg, where m is the mass of the cardboard and g is the gravitational acceleration on it due to the gravitational attraction of force of the earth on it. Since the cardboard is balanced at that point which is we are mentioning as a center of gravity, in that case the cardboard will be in translatory equilibrium as well as in rotational equilibrium. Since it is not rotating about the axis which is your finger and it is not moving also. So at the point of center of gravity of the cardboard, it is balanced at a point known as center of gravity of cardboard. It is in both translatory and rotational equilibrium. Let us just imagine the shape of the cardboard and the axis passing through our fingertip along the length of the finger has been shown here by the green line, and the cardboard is balanced with respect to that green axis. The cardboard is composed of many of the small mass particles, hence its total mass is capital M as we have shown. Let us consider the different mass particles situated at different positions from this axis about which the cardboard is in balanced condition. Say the mass particle here, the mass particle number 1, its weight is acting downward, m1g. Say here the mass particle number 2, its weight is acting downward, say m2. g. And similarly, there will be too many mass particles acting as a constituent particles of that cardboard. Since the cardboard is both in translatory and rotational equilibrium, it means all the torques are balanced with respect to the axis of rotation. That's why it is in rotational equilibrium. How the torque is being produced here? If it is unbalanced, the torque is due to the effect of gravitational attraction of force on each mass particle. Let us consider the particle number 1. It is at some distance from the axis of rotation, which has been shown here in the green color. The rotational analog of force is known as the torque, as you know. So the torque corresponding to the mass particle number 1 will be given by the m1g, the weight of the particle, multiplied by its perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. Similarly, for the mass particle number 2, its corresponding torque will be m2g multiply its distance from the center of rotation. Since all the torques are balanced and the board is in rotational equilibrium, it means the net torque acting at the cardboard is 0. The point here where the axis of rotation is passing through that point is the center of gravity. We are expressing it as point G. And since the whole mass of the body means the cardboard is acting there and its direction is downward. So, if there are I number of mass particles having their respective positions from the center of gravity as Ri, then the corresponding torque of ith mass particle with respect to point G, the center of gravity, is given by Ti in vector form is equals to vector product of position vector of the ith particle from the center of mass or center of gravity multiplied by the weight of the mass particle, which is a force, which we can further write cross product of Ri multiplied mg. G is the vector quantity because it is acting downward towards the surface of the earth. So if we consider for the translatory if you consider the rotational equilibrium of the cardboard, which is balanced at your fingertip, that provides translatory equilibrium summation of the net torque. Summation of the torques of all particles providing the net torque is 0, or you can say summation of Ri cross mg equals to 0. Since G is same for all mass particles and is non-zero, so sigma of mri is equals to 0. See here, we are taking the mass of the all particles which we are considering the constituents of the cardboard is similar. That's why we are taking the subscript m here to represent the mass of the particle. But if the mass of the particles is different, then we can write this equation is in the condition that the mass of particles is same. So if the mass of particle is different with other, then sigma mi ri is equals to 0. It means that the center of gravity on a body is that point where the total gravitational torque is 0. But remember one thing, if the body is too big, then the gravitational force of attraction at different mass particles of that body is different. Means if the constituent has the same mass, but the value of the g, gravitational acceleration, is different at different position on that body, in that case the center of gravity and the center of mass of the body will not coincide at the same point. But if the g acting everywhere at each mass particle on that body is same, in that case the center of mass of the body and the center of gravity of the body will coincide at the same point. So that's all for today. We will continue in the next turn and do some numerical also. Till then, good day.